St. Patty's Day. So we're going to say Happy St. Patty's Day. I think that speaks to who we are as a city in terms of the acceptance of different groups and being able to celebrate each other's cultural heritage. Welcome to our block chat. We're going to start with our recording. I'm going to welcome you. My name is Oswaldo Mestri. I am the Director of Citizen Services for the City of Buffalo. Again, I want to thank everyone for joining in this Friday. Excited about the speakers that we're having. We've been having a mix of different speakers, whether it be city commissioners, whether it be directors, whether it be other public officials to talk about the ins and outs on what's going on within the community. But we also have also invited community-based organizations. We've spoken on several themes, thematic themes, whether it be mental health, whether it be restorative justice, whether it be the arts. And so today we're going to be speaking a little bit about that, about an organization that's doing some tremendous things in the community. And we want to be able to kind of do that as they work with young people and also families within the community. So I'm excited to hear from them. A couple of things that are happening throughout the week. Want to, again, just kind of acknowledge my partner, my friends over at the Board of Block Clubs. Can't say enough about the work that they do. It's getting warmer. They're going to be out in the community. There's a lot of different things. We often talk about the proactive way that we can do programming together, but block clubs play a very serious role too. Volunteers who are the eyes and ears who are out in the community who see things and people want to talk to them. So I can't say enough about being a part of a block club, being a part of a neighborhood watch, wanting to start one. In fact, Linda will see me a little later on. I'll be breathing through, about a week and a half ago, it was an incident that happened within her community. And it was a tragic and unfortunate accident. We live in this great city, but sometimes we're challenged with people, following rules and regulations and the laws. And we had again a situation where, and I don't know all the vehicle information. I don't want to say it here, but the life of an animal was gone. Because it was a vehicle incident that happened. And so I want to acknowledge that and say our prayers are with the owner and that, but I also want to acknowledge the power of getting together and organizing. And so a little later on today, Linda reached out to a couple of different people in her capacity. Linda wears so many hats, but in her capacity, she reached out and she's going to organize a meeting. And that's what happens, right? It was a support dog for somebody who was legally blind. So we're going to talk a little bit about that because there's a couple of different layers, and I think I don't want to lose fact. The matter is that was a block club and that was organized by that, and the power of this knowing each other, saying that we're going to get together, talk about this, and what can we change. And so that's what we're all here about, to be quite honest. This power of networking, this power of communicating, and that's what we're going to do. You're not always going to solve the world's issues in one day or one night, but you're going to spark the light, right? That's going to, be the change that we see and that we live in. And that's an important piece. And that's why we're here. Linda may not be able to stay. It's a Friday evening, but I will shoot through and come through. The good thing here, there's a lot of things going on today, right? This weekend, the NCAA basketball tournament. And if you're a sports head like me, major upset, right? And it happened here in Buffalo, but, I see some people like, what are you talking about? If you were on ESPN, they were talking about Buffalo because it was supposed to be this one basketball team that wasn't supposed to lose, and they lost. So it was good that they were talking about Buffalo. St. Patrick's Day parade, listen, in two different places is happening. Let's be careful, let's be smart, but let's have a good time, right? And so let's be mindful about that. I talked with Commissioner Gamalia. Law enforcement is going to be everywhere, making sure folks are safe and people are subscribing to the laws and the rules in terms of driving and doing those things. But let's be mindful and be safe too. Earlier today, the mayor made an announcement regarding the animal shelter. They have a mobile vehicle, and so there was a group that works with them that helps them with volunteer activities. Friends of the animal shelter, big ups to them. In terms of there's what so much role that the city can play, but when we get groups and folks who want to organize and help regarding animals, so now they have a mobile vehicle and they're going to be out at the St. Patrick's Day, and you can request that. And so adoptions, you can adopt a dog, they'll have it there, or adopt an animal, and so that's going to be a great initiative in regards to that too. And lastly, and we're going to talk about this, Buffalo Fire exam is out. We're going to have the fire commissioner in the next couple of weeks come out, and we are making sure that people know that this out. We want a diverse fire. We want folks who are diverse and reflective of the community to take that exam because those are your neighbors, right? Those are people you want to live with and do that. So we're pushing for that to be out there too. Those are the things from my perch. Again, I was just going to say thank you for this kind of tuning in. And I am now going to turn it over to, where is Nicole? Nicole, we have actually quite a few announcements. She's going to run through those things. Before I do that, Linda, where is the community meeting this evening?
The meeting will be held at 6 p.m. I'm at the Richmond Summer Senior Center, Richmond Avenue in Summer.
Okay. And I'm anticipating there's going to probably be a few more, but if you can make it, I think let's make that too. I see a couple of new faces here too. So, feel free to introduce yourself and put that into the chat. My good friend Bridget is here. Don't forget that recycling, and they're doing a partnership with the Board of Block Clubs too in terms of some grant initiatives. Look from our office. We are going to be announcing our Love Your Block grant initiatives as well. So we're looking forward to that as well too. All right, Nicole. You gotta unmute.
Sorry, welcome everybody. Happy Friday. Like Oz mentioned, there's a lot of announcements, so I'm going to try to go through them as quickly as possible so that we can hear from our speakers. So let me share my screen. Okay. So as always, eviction prevention, we have Stand Up Buffalo. If you're at risk of eviction due to inability to pay or know somebody who is, there's financial assistance to those who meet the eligibility requirements. For this, you can, For this, you can call 211 to learn more and apply today or visit standupbuffalo.com. Tenants and landlords, you can sign up today for the City of Buffalo's free apartment building recycling program. Help keep us clean and green. For more information on this, visit buffalorecycles.gov/apartments or call the number listed on screen. There are various waste drop-off locations for electronic waste, refuse disposal, and yard waste. So you can see the locations and times listed on screen, and no material other than what is listed is accepted at these locations. The bulk trash schedule has been released for the 2022 spring collection. The first district is Ellicott, and the start date is listed on screen. Just reminding everybody to please put your trash out that Sunday of your bulk trash collection week. Earth Month 2022 is going to be underway. So there are various events. Some are ongoing, some are specific days. And if you want to find out more about this, you can visit buffalorecycles.org. It will be on their website, as well as we will be putting this on our social media and emailing it out as well. Mayor Byron Brown and the Office of Strategic Planning invite you to the Envision meetings. There will be two upcoming this next week. So Delavan and Grider, Wednesday, March 23rd, and Envision Kenfield, Tuesday, March 29th. So this is just to hear from the residents in the neighborhoods about what improvements they are looking for and how they envision their neighborhood. You can contact Nkosi for more information or call the number listed on screen. Alternatively, scan the QR code to apply. Child with autism signs has been added to the list of roadway caution signs. If you would like this sign, there are eligibility requirements to meet. You can apply by calling 311 or visiting buffalony.gov. The Summer Youth Internship and Employment Program is also underway for ages 14 through 21. You can sign up at buffalony.gov. Completed applications are due by Friday, April 15th, and you can earn money, gain meaningful work experience, and interact with dynamic working professionals and more. So if you know somebody who may be interested, please share and as well tell them to apply on buffalony.gov. As always, the mayor has his radio show every Sunday. The next one coming up will be March 20th at 1 p.m. You can catch this on his Facebook channel or on WUFO again at 1 p.m. So the crime prevention tree planting initiative is going to be underway, both for spring and fall on the east and west side of Buffalo. You can reach out to the special project manager for crime prevention for the city of Buffalo, Mr. Ron Dixon at rdixon@buffalony.gov for more information, as well as there will be flyers coming out to pinpoint you exactly to what to do. If you do want to volunteer as well, we are looking for you to be part of our community to join the Good Neighbors Network. If you want more information on this, please contact our Save Our Streets coordinator, Michael Smith, at mtasmith@buffalony.gov or call the numbers listed on screen. Alternatively, you can apply by scanning the QR code on this flyer, which will be shared as well. If you're having trouble coping, the Buffalo Police Department Behavioral Health Team is around. So if you know someone that is experiencing mental health crisis or needs help with substance abuse, please reach out. You can either call 911 if it is an imminent concern and request the crisis intervention team or the BHT team, or if you just want more information about what the team does, please call 851-9604 to find out more. Buffalo announcements. As always, you can sign up for public service alerts by texting Join Buffalo to 38276, or if you're just interested in parking updates, text Join Parking Updates to 38276. So there is a firefighter exam happening June 4th. Please apply for this by April 29th if you would like to take the test. You can learn more about this exam today, Friday, March 18th at Tops on Niagara, Tops on Jefferson, and Tops on Grant at the times listed on the flyer. If you would like to be a City of Buffalo lifeguard, there is a next round of lifeguard certification and training classes. To sign up, you visit buffalopal.com. You can get certified over the short weekend course on Saturday, March 19th, Sunday, March 20th, Saturday, March 26th, and Sunday, March 27th, and Saturday, April 2nd, from 8:30 to 4:30. So there are some eligibility requirements to meet, but if you are interested, again, visit buffalopal.com. So Mayor Brian Brown invites you to celebrate his Easter season at the historic Broadway Market. The Easter Bunny will be at the Broadway Market from April 2nd to April 16th. And you can check the market's website for the hours and list of entertainments. And just for your convenience, we provided some of the hours here on the screen as well. If you are looking to start a block club, you can contact the City of Buffalo and Erie County Board of Block Clubs. They have an email, a phone number, Facebook, and Instagram. They will respond on all platforms to be able to assist you in setting up your block club and building up your neighborhood one block at a time. The Habitat for Humanity has a repair program. They offer low-cost home repairs to help keep you and your family safe. So you do have some eligibility requirements to meet with this as well. And you can scan the code to learn more and apply, or visit habitatbuffalo.org/home repair. For free tax preparation and assistance, you can call 211 for an appointment. The tax prep will happen at Northwest Buffalo Community Center. And as always, volunteers are trained, certified, and ready to help. You can apply on freetaxbuffalo.com and find out more information there as well. Every Person Influences Children is still having their Ready Set Parent free on Zoom. You can register today. If you're an expecting parent with different questions about parenting or would like support, you can scan the QR code to learn more and apply. Call or text or email Derwin A at Epic for Children. And there are incentives upon completion of these Zooms. So the Nurturing Fathers program will be wrapping up soon, but it's still happening Mondays and Wednesdays, 5 to 7. This is offered virtually and in person with help with parenting skills, relationships, and child development to help you and your family thrive. There are in-person and virtual sessions, and you can register using the QR code or contacting Terry CA at the number or email provided on screen, or visiting the Buffalo Prenatal and Perinatal Network to find out more. A Salute to Women's Lunchtime movie series is still happening. The next two happening will be The Hidden Figures and The Help on March 24th and March 31st at 12 noon at the Frank E. Merriweather Jr. Branch Library on Jefferson. The Community Music School Summer of Camps is happening obviously this summer. There are many camps for children of different ages. They do fill up fast, so we encourage parents to sign up early, and you can call for information and pricing or visit communitymusicbuffalo.org. Northland Summer Youth Academy is in partnership with Mayor Byron Brown's Summer Youth Program and will offer participants a fully paid 6-week immersion experience from July 11th to August 19th from 9 to 1 at Northland. There are various participant benefits, and if you want to apply, visit northlandwtc.org for more information in the application, as well as Northland normally offers hands-on training opportunities and various services from career coaching to substance abuse counseling, and you can find out more about this on their website as well. The Tool Library is having spring service days, various days throughout April and May. You're also able to nominate a project to work with the team at the Tool Library. So for more information on this, you can scan the QR code listed there or visit the toollibrary.org/service. The Hispanic Heritage, WNY.org. So Hispanic Heritage Council is hosting the Scholarship Workshop and More Women's History Month Workshop Saturday series, various Saturdays in the morning. So they'll have scholarship application process and other free resources to help get ready for success. And for more, you can contact Maritza Vega or the number listed on screen, or visit HispanicHeritageWNY.org. As always, COVID is still here, and we do just want to be vigilant, and as well as we return back to our normal lives. So there's COVID-19 testing and vaccination information available. For more information, you can visit COVID-19 buffalony.gov and find out all the information that you would need to know. As well as if you're still facing some challenges from COVID or need emotional support, please visit Project Hope at buffalourbanleague.org. It is free, anonymous, and confidential. And last but not least, we do have social media. We encourage you to follow our 2 Facebook pages, our Citizen Services page at Buffalo Citizen Services and our 311 page at Buffalo 311. We have an Instagram, Buffalo 311. And if you are not following the mayor, please follow the mayor at Mayor Byron Brown on Facebook and Mayor Byron Brown 716 on Instagram. We will be putting out a lot of announcements as our division itself specifically has a lot of upcoming programs, including, our Great American Cleanup, SUPTED trainings, and clean sweep season starting soon. So if you want to be updated on those, please follow us on social media. Thank you.
Nicole, thank you very much for, wow, you can tell it's getting warmer. We have a lot more things that we are posting out, and thank you for sharing that with us. We like to try to send that out to as many people as we can. I will put a link I'm going to ask Ron, we do have a link on our webpage regarding cleanups, working with the Office of Public Works. Again, helped by Debbie Lombardo and the Board of Block Clubs. We put together something for folks who want to do cleanups in the community. If you're organized, we have bags, and we have some selected kind of equipment as well, pickers, not a lot, but we have bags, and we're putting together kits. But we will also pick up your trash or that whatever you've collected. And so the thing that we ask people to do is to call 311. We're going to put something on that Facebook page that you can actually fill something out. But if you speak to one of the operators, calling 311 ahead of time lets us be able to plan so that we can pick that up. So again, thank you very much. Let me introduce our speakers. We've had speakers on a wide range of different topics, right? And I think that is informative to talk about what we're doing. Let's talk a little bit about the arts and its effect on people in the community. And I know if you're probably as old as I, you had to take a music um, class when you were in school. I think they still do that, but I think it's very, very important that the arts are important and it's an indelible part of that's not our youth, but within the community. So this particular organization, the Community Music School, has moved into a new location and is offering different types of programming for not just young people, but to families. And if there's any example through whatever challenges that you're having, and we're talking about the arts and different types of music, instruments, and all those different things, what that does for the soul, but that's what that does for a community is very, very important. So I'm excited to introduce two speakers from that organization. I am going to prayerfully, hopefully, I know I'm going to say these things right, but co-presenting will be Alexandra, and they call her Alex, right? And the last name is Tyron, and the next co-presenter will be Paul Wara. And they will, after I've introduced them, they will tell me if I was a little bit correct or if I was there, but I'm going to let them go ahead and speak. Thank you.
Thank you all very much. We are very excited to be here today and just share with you just a little bit of information about Community Music School, about its history, the population we serve. Community Music School is a 98-year-old organization which has been in the Buffalo community for quite a long time. The school itself is the only music school in the area that is chartered by the New York State Board of Regents. And we are also part of the National Guild of Community Music Schools as well. Jennifer Gallo, our executive director, was going to be on with us today, but she had an emergency. Just some things happened at their house yesterday. So, but she asked us to step in. My role here at the school is director of operations. Alex is one of our amazing front desk staff. And we thought it would be great just for Alex to start with just sharing a little bit of information about her background and how she came to us both as a student and as a staff member.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Alex Tyrone. So I am a former student here at CMS. I took voice lessons all through high school here, and I now am an administrator here. I am a product of the city of Buffalo, of the importance of music education here. So I'd love to talk to you a little bit about that today.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to share my screen, hopefully do it correctly. All right, Alex, go right ahead.
Okay, so we wanted to open up talking about the school a little bit. So we are tuition based, but we're here today to talk about our free programming, our community outreach, what we do for the community.
Community Music School is a not-for-profit organization. We have all sorts of programs that serve the public at large throughout the Western New York area. Aside from being based in the city of Buffalo, we also have several satellite locations located throughout the area, both in the North Towns and the South Towns. The school believes that quality music instruction should be provided to anybody, regardless of their age, remember, regardless of financial aid status. For any of our tuition-based programming, financial aid is available for any student that qualifies. And we believe that everyone is welcome here. Since we've moved into our new location in the Hamlin Park location, we've really embraced that definition of community, as you'll hear shortly, we're looking to reach deeper into the community now with COVID lifting, and we're able to offer more programming options. But our core values here at the school is just to focus on our students and their musical and personal growth. We have some students at the school who've been with us for a very long time, and we also it's wonderful to see that families have been with us for a very long time too. We've had a number of families over the years where all the siblings and even the parents have participated in a class or a lesson or some form of programming with us. Another core value is that we respect all of our individuals, our students. We accept you as who you are and where you are. And there's always just a sense of professionalism and confidentiality with anything. And again, we embrace diversity and the uniqueness of all of our students. You know, we as our name says, we are a community and everyone is always welcome. And we always just conduct our business with honesty and integrity, and our professional staff, we are always there in any way, shape, or form to assist our students. And I did see a question pop up in the chat. We moved to the Hamlin Park, our Hamlin Park location. It used to be the Lutheran Church Home of Buffalo. We moved here last January. COVID delayed the move, obviously, but we've been in the building since last January. We've been offering lessons in person since last March. So we moved from our home on Elmwood for 65 years over to the Hamlin Park community.
So I wanted to talk about the importance of music education as a whole. It teaches students to convey their emotions, their thoughts, and their ideas in a new medium that they might not have been familiar with beforehand. And it also strengthens other skills in math and reading and language. So I read about a study done at Northwestern. They took 42 bilingual children that were ages 6 through 9. One group of these children received music classes for a year, and the other group did not receive those music classes. They took voice lessons, just musicianship classes. They also took classes to play the recorder. And what they found was that the students who received music classes, they didn't necessarily excel above their age and what was normal for learning for their age group. But what they did do is they stayed on track while the students who did not receive a music education fell behind. And this was especially true for the students from low income communities. And also, music education just enriches lives. You know, we see that every day here. I work at the front desk. We have students of all ages, from little babies coming in to, I think our oldest student is about to turn 80 years old. And they come in and they're just so excited to sing. And it's definitely the highlight of their week, you know?
Just to give you a little bit more of the background of the history, as I said, the school was founded in 1924. It was founded by members of the Chromatic Club of Buffalo. And just as another side note, the Chromatic Club of Buffalo is Buffalo's oldest musical organization. They were instrumental in founding Community Music School. They were instrumental in founding the Buffalo Philharmonic Orchestra in 1933. So there's a lot of connections with the school already embedded in the community, even at the start of our history 98 years ago as well. And as I mentioned as well, we are also chartered by the New York State Board of Regents as well. We have been located around multiple locations throughout the city. Past locations include Myrtle Street in South Buffalo, Summer Street. As I had mentioned, we were on Elmwood for 65 years. And again, we're just very happy to be in the Hamlin Park district again.
So we do offer music therapy at CMS. We have board certified music therapists working with children and adults of all ages, all life experiences with a wide range of neurodiversities. We offer adaptive voice and instrument lessons at our Hamlin Park location.
And our music therapists, they will work with, as Alex said, we have adults who come for music therapy services. We have children who come for music therapy services. Some of these behaviors are behavioral. Our music therapists work with students who have just a social disability. We have some music therapy students who our music therapists work with to help them work through any just types of traumatic situations. So it's a wide array of neurodiversities that our music therapists work with. You know, and again, they're just it's a wonderful program that we offer, and it is an additional service too.
So music therapy is seen to have amazing effects in low-income communities. There was a study done at the University of Minnesota where they interviewed music therapists. They used data analysis to conclude that music therapy facilitates appropriate relationship building with their students, between both the children forming relationships with new people and within their own families. They saw that their students generalized what they learned in therapy and they applied it to many things in their lives. And it complements other support systems that are offered really well to aid in the holistic well-being of the students.
For any of our tuition-based programs, I will speak a little louder. Is that better, Ellen? For any of our tuition-based programming, financial aid is available for any student that would qualify, whether you're a child, whether you are an adult. Our financial aid program is funded through private donors, foundation funding. We also offer various scholarship opportunities throughout the year for our students. One of them is the Atkinson Scholarship Competition. It is named after the late chair emeritus of the piano faculty at the school, Ken Atkinson. You know, and students can compete to receive funding for towards their lesson tuition. And as I said, we have worked with a number of funders in the area over the years, including the Ralph Wilson Foundation, the Yellen Foundation, NISCA, the New York State Council on the Arts, I'm just looking at just the other foundations, sorry. The Community Foundation is another one of our prominent partners who we actively work with as well.
So we do have multiple performance opportunities for our students, and these really enrich the education that they receive so that they get real experience performing for their peers. We have monthly student recitals at CMS. Any lesson student can perform. We typically have snacks and a reception after, and it's great fun. We have our yearly honors recital, which we typically hold at the Montante Cultural Center at Canisius. That is auditioned, but all of our students audition at the end of the year. This gives our community members a chance to perform, to see their peers perform, and we're also hoping to introduce a free jazz class and band program. Now that COVID is being lifted, we can offer some more free programming.
Yes, to speak a little bit about the jazz class, we are awaiting word on funding for a grant through the Ralph Wilson Foundation. We're keeping our fingers crossed to fully fund a kids jazz program, which would be free for ages 5 to 16. We have 5 kids in it right now. The youngest is 5. He's a little drummer. It's adorable. But they come every week. They work with our faculty. We have 2 faculty members who lead this class, and they're learning how to play together, how to build teamwork. When you play or sing an instrument in an ensemble, you have to learn to listen to other people around you. You have to listen to the different sounds around you. You have to listen to see whether you're in tune. Are you singing or playing higher or lower than everybody else? And it's so many of just like the senses and just different learning, the different ways of learning, whether you're a visual learner, an oral learner, a tactile learner, all of those multiple intelligences, those ways of learning come to the surface when you are playing, singing, anything music related.
Now we do have lots of community outreach. We are the community music school. We have done in the past free after school programs. We've partnered with many community centers. And we do multiple other community outreach programs that aren't necessarily music, but they take part greatly in the community.
So speaking to the after school programs that were being offered prior to COVID, CMS did have a partnership with the Waterfront School. It was grant funded, and our faculty went in to work with students. They received a lesson with faculty members every week, and they also provided support for the instrumental ensembles at Waterfront. There was another after-school program that was also funded called Joyful Noise. which was held at Holy Trinity Lutheran Church on Main Street. There were about 50 kids involved in that program, I believe. Not sure the exact number, but they participated in different classes. There was percussion classes, there was a singing class. Our Joy of Singing class was offered to students as part of this program. And then they also were able to have a performance for their family and friends at the end of the program session that year. And again, we are looking to partner with different organizations again to offer this type of programming now that COVID is lifting and things are sort of starting to get back to normal, which is great. Additional partnerships, specifically with community centers, we have a partnership with the Grand Island Central School District to provide music therapy services to students in the district. And then we also have a partnership with Venture Forth, and our music therapists will work in a group setting once a week with individuals with traumatic brain injuries and provide music therapy services to them in that setting. An ongoing partnership, which is free, and we can definitely share some further information as a follow-up. We have a program in partnership with Buffalo State College called Global Book Hour. And what the program is, it is teaching candidates from Buffalo State College. This event is put together by Kathy Gramza, who's one of our faculty members at the school. She teaches she's a member of our early childhood faculty. She teaches a class called Music with Me for our little friends, ages birth to 4. But Global Book Hour, these are her students from Buff State. They are sophomores and juniors. They're teaching candidates in elementary education. They come once a week and they have an on-site program. It's open to the community. It's free for ages 5 to 10 and their families. They get a book when they come, and they explore a different book every week. And there are art, music, and literacy-based activities connected to that book that are led by the teaching candidates. We actively make donations to Friends of the Night People. We have a bin where our students can bring in canned goods, clothing, anything specific that Friends of the Night People is looking for at certain times of the year. We do reach out to them to ask if they're looking for anything specific, and our students have been wonderful with stepping up and just helping this organization. We've made several trips over there in the past few months, and the bin has been full, and the generosity of our students is wonderful. Yeah. We have a free community chorus that anybody is welcome to come and sing with if there's any singers on in the meeting today. We have a fall session and a spring session. I direct it. We have about 30 singers who participate. We just do all sorts of different music. We do pop music, jazz, more classical, traditional choral music. For this session, we're going to be doing Broadway music, but this is another ensemble that we have that is free and open to anybody in the public. There's no charge. It's non-auditioned. Everybody is welcome. And in addition to other free performances open to the community this coming spring and summer, the community chorus will be performing prior to a performance of As You Like It at Shakespeare in Delaware Park on Tuesday, July 12th. We have also had past performances that were free and open to the public at the Westside Bazaar. We recently participated in a vendor fair at Humboldt House just to reach residents of the community over there. They're right behind us on East Delavan. And we are also exploring just different programming for the summer. We're hoping to have an outdoor free faculty concert series this summer to have our different faculty members perform. It would be free. The really wonderful thing about our new space in Hamlin Park is we have a ton of outdoor space. We have a courtyard, which we're hoping to have many of our camps in this summer. We have a front porch in the summertime. A lot of our classes occur out there as well. And we just have this wonderful building and this wonderful space, and we're looking to expand programming in all sorts of ways for the community this summer. So that concludes our presentation, and we would love to answer any questions or just any other inquiries you have about the school.
Great. Listen, thank you very much. What a great presentation. And not only, your new location, I know I've talked to residents in that community. I actually don't live too far from you. Actually, within walking distance. Hamlin Park is a great historic community, and I know you are building relationships with people in the community as well. It's good to see that you have an outreach initiative. I guess I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that. Obviously, you're a school. Obviously, you have programming there, but particular outreach programs, not just in Hamlin Park, but maybe it is a block club, or maybe there's an organization or somebody that either may want to refer or participate or do something. How does that happen, or who do they get in contact with, or what's going
They
on?
oh, sure. They may contact the school directly. They may speak with me. They may speak with Jennifer Gillo. And we are, and just with COVID, we were a little just kind of dubious about just kind of having any outside programming at the time. But if anyone is interested in partnering for anything, you just contact the school. You can speak with myself or Jennifer, and we'd be happy to just work with you and see what we can come up with.
Great, great. Now, you talked about music in terms of therapy, especially within inner city communities. Um, any particular examples, and I know you've talked a little bit about that, but the benefits of that, right? And what does that do? Can you speak a little more about that?
Sure. So I will just share an experience that I saw the other day. Just kind of, I was just walking through the hallway really quick. And again, our music therapists, they adapt. They are so great at adapting super quickly to where the student is on a given day. Our music therapist, on this particular day, it's a little 7-year-old boy. Um, Nonverbal. I don't know exactly what the neurodiversity is, but he just was just kind of not having it, whatever she had planned for the day. So she just immediately just steered the course. They went for a walk around the building. This music therapist in particular, she has a walking song that she sings with her students, and that's just something that's very calming if something is troubling the student, but they can't necessarily parlay what is happening with them. And then I walked back through the hallway again, and the music therapist was sitting by we have a fish tank in our lobby as well, and the two of them were just sitting by the fish tank. They were looking at the fish, and she had a very large sized hand drum, and she was just kind of doing different patterns, different rhythms, and she was just kind of seeing where he was at. Sometimes he would kind of play along with her, sometimes he would just kind of look back at the fish, but compared to where he was when he came in, and just that little bit of just musical experience and exposure he had, like after just like 15 minutes into his session, made a really big impact. He was calmer, he was responding just by that little bit of movement and just hearing and physically just experiencing that for himself. So that's just an example of just one way music therapy can assist.
That's great. That's great. And one last question. So,
Sure.
obviously, these are organizations and block clubs. What can they do to spark the fire when we're talking about the arts or music? Obviously, you have a program that's there, but many of these leaders here are in place or in their communities or in their what can they do to kind of, and I say spark this fire because I think this is an important thing, in terms of what it does for how we live in this great city.
Just in some initial conversations that we've had as a staff about just programming we'd like to offer this summer, just getting people over here, getting the word out about just anything free we have going on. Our big now that again with COVID lifting, this was kind of the big thing. Unfortunately, with COVID, guidelines never changed for singing, for playing an instrument. So we've been kind of playing it close to the cuff. But now that things are again kind of getting back on a normal course, we just want to be able to find ways for us to go into the community, to reach out to the community, to just let people know we're here. And we just have a number of just things happening that may be of interest, and we want to welcome people into our space.
Yeah, if I may speak on that for a second. I was actually watching a TED Talk earlier about the power of music in public performances. Um, there are a lot of like college campuses that are implementing random public performances and just how that boosts morale, how that makes the community feel safer, more engaged. And I think that if you want to talk about block clubs and the community itself, bringing public performances or even just public music in general would be the best possible way to bring a positive community.
That's great. Listen, Bertie told me that the executive board of the Buffalo Board of Block Clubs have great singers. I think they're going to put together like a quintet, and they're going to go around and they're going to go to each block club all throughout the city of Buffalo, and they're just we're going to come up with a theme and things like that. So they're going to be
We
calling.
can get you to sound like $1 million.
We need to practice.
The power of music is important, and I can't say enough. I want to say thank you to Paul and Alex. They're going to put their information into the chat, and again, I just want to say thank you for sharing that. I'm going to transition because there was something that was on the chat, literally chat, and I want to say world events that happen across the world affects us all if we are to understand how we are interconnected, less or more. So the events that are happening in the Ukraine, you know what? I don't even want to say that. The travesty that's happening. Let's just keep it 100, right? That is happening over the Ukraine affects us all. So I know we are keeping those who live in that community in prayer. And I know there are some folks who are organizing, who are putting things together, who are making a difference as we do with any challenges that come to us. And there was something in the chat group that was put on, and they're having a Ukrainian fundraiser is being held on the 27th, right? There's a website that's there. They're going to be updating and putting a poster up. They're going to send it to us, and we're going to send it out to everyone here. And so, in whatever ways that we can get together and be able to be supportive, we want to be able to do that, within the community too. So that's an important piece to make sure that we do that. Matter of fact, I'm going to, Debbie, I'm going to introduce you, but if they're on, if they can unmute and want to speak about that fundraiser.
Gallo, it's Anne.
Oh, okay, okay, yes, I didn't know who that was. Okay,
Yeah, I'm sorry. My name isn't showing up. It's my email. Like everyone else, I became frustrated, so I have lit my house up in blue and yellow, and created a Light Your House project and local businesses as well. And I started talking to a friend of mine, and we cooked up this fundraiser, which will be held at the Italian Cultural Club Center on Delaware and Hurdle. It's the old library. Does anyone know about it?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so we partnered with them. So it's going to be held at the CCI on March 27th. There's a link. Poster will be updated. But I had a question for Paul. We're having an interfaith prayer at the end of the event, and probably will be maybe held outside. I'm wondering if any singers would like to come.
Our faculty does do that. If you could, I will put my email in the chat, and then we can talk about that.
Okay. And you're all welcome, and anyone can call me if you want my phone number, you can have my phone number, or email me any questions or information. Be happy to share it.
Good.
And you're all welcome to come.
Great. We are, listen, this is the power of connection, and this is how we make those connections as we look at that. It is, watching that on the news, I can't fathom, and I think we all can't fathom being in a situation like that. Folks who are living in that country, Ukrainians, also folks who are refugees, or then there are folks who are not even from there who've had to deal with that too. So I think let's continue to keep them in prayer. And let's also say in Buffalo, we have a very strong Ukrainian community, very strong. They have a community center that is in Buffalo. I know the mayor has been down there a few times. And so
we partnered with them as well, though. They're our partner as well.
good. That's great. That's great. And so let's keep them in our prayers. Listen, Debbie, thank you for being a part of this, and that, want to give you some time to kind of just touch base. Good seeing you, Debbie.
Hi, nice to see you too. It's been a while. Thank God for Zoom. At least I get to see everybody's faces. Real quick, Board of Block Clubs is meeting next Thursday, 6:30 p.m. at Old First Ward, 62 Republic Street. So that is our March meeting. We will have speaker Mickey Kearns, and we will have the Buffalo Comptroller's Office there as well, giving us some information and updates. So it should be a really, really exciting meeting. Our staff from Division of Citizen Services will be there, so that's exciting. They'll bring us some updates. If you do need bags, and you're going to be at the meeting, it would be very nice if you would email us at bobcbuffalo@gmail.com and let us know what you need with your block club name, because then we can kind of organize with Oz and his team to bring the bags to that meeting and you can pick them up. So if you are organizing a cleanup, either at the end of March or beginning of April, please, reach out to us so we can get that organized as quickly as possible. And your block clubs aren't scrambling, and neither are we or the Division of Citizen Services trying to get them out to you. So let's try to be a little bit early on communicating that to your teams. April, our meeting will be at the Gloria J. Parks, and we will be talking about SEPTED, how it benefits the block clubs, what the block clubs can do to help Mr. Dixon with SEPTED as well. Maybe there's some ideas that we might have missed. You have, so it's going to be another great opportunity. We are rocking and rolling for the rest of the year. We are committed. Our meetings are all set up, and our flyers will be rolling out quickly so that you guys will be updated, and we'll try to have copies for every month moving forward so that you have advance notice. May is Black Club Month, and May we will be at Dash's Market upstairs in the community room. They've opened up that big space up there for us. We will have a couple of guest speakers. And as soon as that's confirmed, I always like to be confirmed before I say, so I will just say, be prepared to come in May, because it's going to be a great meeting. And we're going to have 2 wonderful speakers that evening. And it's really all about the block clubs in May. So you guys will come out, enjoy speaking to one another, updating each other, and then hearing from 2 of our speakers as to how they're going to continue to help the block clubs as well. Can't do it without the staff that I have. Staff, my board, they're awesome people. Most of them are on here today, and they do a great job with keeping up on everything and attending meetings when I can't. And that's the beauty of this board. Everybody goes to different meetings and reports back, so we know what's going on. So continue to do that. Let us know, share anything you have. Great presentation. I learned a lot, and I do have your email, Paul, so we will be reaching out and hopefully connecting with you guys with the block clubs, like I said, except for one thing. I don't know who he's talking about singing. It won't be me, so it might be Oz leading the group, or Ellen. It's all, I'll be in the background with a tambourine or something.
No, I'll direct.
You get it
You guys can sing.
I can't sing, but I can play the tambourine pretty good. So, we'll kind of go with that. But as always, the Board of Block Clubs, City of Buffalo and Erie County thank the Division of Citizen Services for giving us this opportunity every week to let you know what we're doing. And believe me, we are going to have a lot of surprises every month at our meetings regarding what the board is doing and what we're going to do to continue to help the block clubs here in the City of Buffalo. Because we are strong. We are totally strong block clubs, and they're doing great work. So other than that, it's 12:58, and I always like to give Oz 2 minutes back so that he can wrap up whatever it is he wants to say. And thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Be safe if you're going out partying for St. Patrick's. I'm doing St. Joseph, so that's my thing. On Saturday and Sunday, I have many St. Joseph events to attend, so I'll be doing that. Otherwise, stay well, stay blessed, and Oz, it's all you.
Well, thank you very much. I think the last word I'm going to give to Linda. Linda put in the group, she said, music massages the brain. And I think as we do, as we look at the good, the challenge, and those that think that we need to, music does that too. I just remember even as a kid, my mother would always have a tune, and just having a tune in your head goes very far. Have a great weekend. Be safe out there. Explore and be the person from Buffalo that we all know that you can be. Take care and God bless. Take care, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye. Have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye.
Yes, thank you for attempting to get there for tonight. I really appreciate it. I know it's asking a lot. I appreciate your presence tonight, even for a couple minutes.
Well, listen, we're going to definitely, and this won't be the last one. This won't be the last meeting, but we're going to definitely do something.
Great. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Take care.
Hey, Miss Woods, I see you. Miss Woods, you got something great going on your street. At
Where?
school,
Oh yeah,
apartments. Listen,
it's busy.
yeah, you don't have to
But
call 311 no more. There's
yeah,
activity
I
happening.
gotta talk to you though.
Okay, let's do that. We'll talk.